morning, Ulu. Okay, do I want to... Is Baron... Baron's not level 50. I can't do the Hildibrand quests on him. I'll do it on Magic. I will say Mavic is slowly becoming my main. I'm still gonna do the story on, I'm still gonna do the story on my main Missing Novice, but I might... There is the ever so slight chance that I may swap to Mavic full-time. Either for Dawn Trail, or potentially for Endwalker, because it does... the story skip does go to Endwalker for him. And I believe my Mechanist is level 53, so I can do the Hildibrand quests with it. Let's start in Ul'dah. Holding off on doing story stuff because I'm waiting for Alan to catch up so we can do the raids. He's almost done with Stormblood. Oh no, murders. Anyway, let's see. The Rise and Fall of Gentlemen. Have you been busy as a bee, Mavic? Seems half the whispers, what come my way relate to your comings and goings. Been quite the active type you are. I reckon that you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? Before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildibrand? No. To hear him tell it, he was Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. To his credit, Hildibrand and his assistant have a knack for showing up when something shady was afoot. As for sussing out the culprits, well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him a sole credit. Any road, 5 years or so ago, he gets in his head that he's cracked the code of Maze's 7th verse, Dalamud the Calamity. All of it can be stopped, he says, so long as he finds himself the hero of prophecy. And once you know it, the hero was Hildibrand himself. So he flies off towards Dalamud. That's right, he flew, launches himself straight into the air somehow, ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, it's only logical that he only come back down, though it was only recently we found his body. I had reason for bringing this up. Ah, right. So Nashu, Hildibrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right, and at present she's investigating queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, bit daft, but sweet nonetheless, so when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer not to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely... I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. The zombies are most definitely not my forte. So if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lend her a hand. As for where to find her, she likes to visit Hildibrand's grave in the Lich Yard when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. So is Hildibrand from 1.0? Is he a 1.0 character? Also, yeah, what does this work? Covers target's body in slow burning pitch. Actions change to detonator for the duration of the effect. Deals damage when time expires or upon executing it. Potency is increased by 100 for each of your own weapon skills you land prior to the effect. Okay, good to know. I was like, that was a skill that I'd been using earlier. I'm like, I don't actually know how this works. Okay. Also, while we're out here doing stuff, Hildibrand was post 1.0. He was an NPC after Yoshi P and his team took over the game and basically tried just about everything to see how they could possibly save the game at the time. I see. I'm not gonna do main scenario while I'm also queuing for other shit. Nope, wrong. Ah, shit. Would have been faster to walk with all that button pressing. If only you're still alive, Inspector. You know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me. Where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. My name's Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. At least that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildibrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case, the case of the century, he called it, how to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he... Plot headache. It's a joke, a big funny joke, right, Inspector? Any moment now, you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and laugh. Hildibrand Manderville, beloved son. They say no one ever remembers the warriors of light. Their names, their faces are all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, gentleman hero Hildibrand. Also, where the heck is... I just realized I don't have my phone on me. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. One sec. Is my... One sec. One second. Okay. My room is an absolute mess. Ignore that. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie, who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Fortunately, I don't know where he is or how to find him, but now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you could try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go where these dapper zombies were last seen in Southern Thanaland, you might find them, and then you could become their friend and meet their leader. That's sure to work. She didn't even notice I was having a plot headache. Participate in the fate. Fallen corpses writhe in style in Southern Thanaland. Oh. It's a fate. Okay. Well. Does the fate take a while to spawn? It's fairly high rate to spawn. Okay. Wait, does this combo? No, it can only be used when it's overheated. Okay, yeah. Still getting the hang of how Mechanist works. Isn't it? Kill some random stuff while we're waiting here. That, Is this tower nonsense? Is that some Endwalker stuff I haven't encountered yet, or was that always there? Because this lad is story skipped to the beginning of Endwalker. I just haven't been doing any story stuff. Should I just ignore that? It's not something I need to worry about? Or is that always there? Because I've seen that. There was another one somewhere else. Don't worry about it? Cool, I won't worry about it. How often is it supposed to spawn? Duration? No, it's duration is 15 minutes. Where's the nearest? But you can only server hop from the primary Aetherites, right? Oh, and I can't server hop while I have a queue going, can I? Yep. Had a feeling. Well, let's head back here then. You can clear out other fates since only if you can... Okay. That makes sense. Oh, wait. Did I... This is the wrong place. I mean, I guess I can get out through here. There you go. God damn it. I have to do fates anyway, and there's some fates up here, so... We're just going forward and back and forward and back. Oh, that. Also, I have too many company seals. I should probably... Full of rigor mortis. I believe my lad's Gridania. Apply for a promotion? Apply for a promotion? Apply for a promotion? Alright, what do I need to promote again? Okay. Anyway, let's head back. And then do not talk to the guard post guy again this time. Okay. Oh. Oh, hi. Sir? This does not concern you. Commence! I'm about to die, so let me just nope out of here into my duty roulette. It just spawned? Okay, well, I will do it. Hopefully it'll still be here once I'm done with this. So this has got a 15-minute duration, right? I did not mean to hit second wind. Oh, that... still have the... Okay. One button off. And if I miss it, I'm just gonna hop servers. What's the best thing to use reassemble on? If it says it guarantees the next skill is a critical hit. Which of my skills has the most damage, I suppose? Oh. Okay. Oh. Is this guy called Psyche Flare because they can't say Mind Flare? Oh, also. Egg. Are we good? Are we good, friends? You gonna do the thing? Just to rename it appears. Okay. Aren't a couple of the other statues supposed to poof also? I could have sworn there was more than 2 last couple times I ran this. Now I'm worried that it won't be spawned anymore by the time I get out of this. Sorry, clear. Dang it! Well. It's fine. Oh, thank you. Oh, I cannot carry any more log and tomestones of poetics. I should probably do something about that. Well, I'm not in the cone, I actually don't need to worry about it, right? Nope. High Fox Shadow, or Foreshadow. We good? We're good. Everything's fine. Oh, robot, help me out. Okay, it's still not up. I will go... Where's the level 50 tombstone gear? The Mordona. Okay. Where's Mordona again? Is it just others? Yeah. Is it the Splendors, or is there specifically a tombstone vendor? Oh, the fate is up. Oh, okay. Shit. I'll be back then. Okay. Am I gentlemanly? A gentleman is rather than does. Oh, this man has the pig minion. They have taste. There we go. Show the curious parchment to Nashu. Find the zombies? You did? That's wonderful. I've been so busy. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me, you see. So tell me, what'd you learn? Flamboyant flowing hand with words, a gentleman is rather than does. So you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sangoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south. Look, there's something written here. Gentleman is rather than does. That sort of reminds me of... no matter. Let's see where this map takes us. Assistant, onward to the Sangoli. Oh, we've got to... Actually... Okay. No, I see that you guys are having issues with giant noodle problems, but I'm not gonna... That's really not a me issue at the moment. Goodbye. Yeah, that ominous spooky tower is probably nothing. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I'll say we call out to them and so we let them know we come in peace. And when their leader shows himself, we strike. A gentleman is rather than does. Who summons the gentle dead man? They live, and we hunger. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Look upon the sky. It's a bird. No, it's an airship. It's the inspector. It is you, really is you. I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildibrand. Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, devourer of brains, undead or overlord extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord. You're a gentleman inspector. Inspector overlord. Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours. Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of that blast is more like to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. See, even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... death. Normally I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. He remembers me! Inspector Hildibrand remembers me! Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. But I do, because of my plot migraines. Such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon, and I might have to do. I'm gonna duty roulette really quick. Sorry, Hildibrand. I'm gonna have to plot migraine your story in just a second. Why does it have the worst timing? Oh, Infernal Nail. Ow. Fine, though. Cool, we did it. Okay, try this again. I like how she just smiles with the wicks at night. Plot migraine. It's a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? It's okay, bro. You're dead. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be the one many admire? Of my many admirers. Okay. But what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm, this ringing in my ears, this dizziness? Could it be a case? I can only carry one of this item. Gentleman is rather than does. There we go. Verily, could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat, and the Sangoli Desert had bet my life on it. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only the den of inquiry could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildibrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Which way to go? Did you see? Oh dear, I've got to find him. And change my outfit, too. People have just been dead for a while. That's probably fine. Don't need to worry about it. Is that an elephant? Ah! Beg your pardon? You wish to question me as to whereabouts of that deviant running about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. What, you're looking for a half-naked Highlander who likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you manage to find this inspector friend of yours, do tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist. Me pa's cousin's kid, me mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. Are you inside? No. We're in the quicksand. Sorry, lad, but if it's information you want, you best be served by going to Wymond. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist or so, I hear, but when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... I take it you've dealt with the zombie problem, eh? So do tell, why were they dressed up like dandies? Wymond! Hey, Wymond! Thal's almighty, bugger me with a bleeding spear, the dead have risen, and they're walking the streets of Ul'dah. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true, he's not a zombie. I checked. Aye, you seem to be hale and healthy, which, begs the question, how in the 7Ls did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? That'd be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable. I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden, what said her most... This knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I should fly to her side. Why, if it isn't the gentleman from Sangoli. A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital. I will be It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Damn it, Hildy, I ain't told you the lass's name yet. Well, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. Lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted or for something in the Weaver's Guild most every day. Good luck with the Inspector. What is this? Conditional virtue. My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you could have ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for a cultured woman. You'll bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall scour all of creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Thefts, to be precise. My pure heart was only one of the most recent items you've taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day, and after I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilken and took in a match at the Coliseum, I realized it was gone. So the time and location of the theft are unknown, and essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There's but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coast the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's execution to Sunsilk Tapestries. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist, I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I asked you. Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Coliseum and see what you remember. Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 60 pounds, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 pounds, Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. It's too obvious in hindsight. A thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. Sure are a lot of giant crates in Ul'dah, at the Weaver's Guild, Sunset Tapestries, and here too. These crates are everywhere, Mavik. I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how we can open... Of course, I have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. Oh, gods have mercy. At the heart of every crime rests a single unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my ineffable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as warrior, and a man, resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a most feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the pure heart. Inspector, we found the pure heart. These strange men were sneaking around town and the wooden crates have it. Is that what you think? We're not thieves, we're devotees. Yellow Moon's our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm, and should she misplace an item from time to time, we collect it for safekeeping, nothing untoward. What deviants are behind? You deviants are behind all the thefts. All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve! Such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Goddess, devotees? But of course, that I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapons thefts, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name's Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman investigator and agents of inquiry, I presume? You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist victims? I'll introduce you. With pleasure. You'd be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark be the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Where in the bloody hells do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. Suppose you're the imbecile's friend if you intend to help him. The man you want to go after is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what'll happen when he discovers the victim is a perpetrator as well. Closest Aetherid's right here. Sapphire Avenue Exchange, right? Oh, Golden Bazaar is not in Thanalan. Okay. It's not in Ul'dah, I mean. It's in Thanalan, it's not in Ul'dah. I am Humphrey, and you are? Alas, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told that you are a victim of a marauding duelist. Me, a victim? How amusing. But you amuse me, true. I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp. He found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartano. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us, stuck in the middle with Master Lu we were. Kor, he was as dab as a hand with old magic he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... That man is no warrior of light. Tell them, Elazar, tell them how you lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Liar, scoundrel! I trusted that bastard with my father's blade, bid him take it to the smithy for restoration, and even gave him a guild to pay for it, and then he comes crawling back, sniveling and begging for forgiveness for losing it in a duel, as if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, your bleeding horse, and look at me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress of heartbreak. Just swear everything, I swear everything holy that you'll face a reckoning, for ye don't bring her back to me. Alright. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the guild to pay the Kyruj, and I have no idea where he or the sword went. What am I supposed to do? I can't give him what I don't have unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, and then you beg others for help with your problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Eleazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. That blade was a rare ancient relic. You can't possibly think he'll recover it so easily. All inspectors dressed like that? I've never met one before, so I don't know what to expect. That boy should be ashamed of himself robbing poor Eleazar of a priceless family heirloom. Just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, the lot of them. It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Eleazar a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Eleazar's sword wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. Antique swords? I haven't the foggiest about that. That traveling merchant Jonpa is the one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. Jonpa. But I'm afraid I have no knowledge of that ancient sword, at least not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see any wares are determined to be of dubious origins, I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary. Though I'm loath to deceive an honorable man like Eleazar, well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. Well, there's a sword in that spring. It won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. You should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me, I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. It occurs to me that I'm not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water, not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander oil that is, indeed, on so many occasions, my dearest mother tended to my childhood scrapes just so. You underestimate the importance of physical rehabilitation. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. Okay. Okay. The comforting scent as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries. Knead the oil into my aching flesh. Okay. Ah, the pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods. Yes, at last my muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. Right there, yes, keep doing that, just like that. I'm getting more intimate with Hildibrand than I was Never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good man. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? Worthless bottle, useless rock, irrelevant pot shed. No sign of the sword Jomba mentioned, I see. Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Did something cause you to... Also, why are you disposing... Why is this dude disposing of stuff in a spring that people use for fresh water? I don't know. Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of... Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ul'dah and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Eorzea as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. It's wonderful. Isn't it wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Elazar's woes will be no more. You gotta fly there. That's promise. I return to you your father's ancient blade. Shouldn't we have asked what it looked like first? It is, sir. Every chip and scratch is just as I remembered. God bless you, sir. Never expected you would go through such lengths for two strangers without the thought of reward. Altruism really is a rare trait these days. 'Tis common enough that you know where, if you know where to look, a gentleman recognizes the good in every soul and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I brought you change of clothing, and I've also bought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nashu, if you just bring me the case. Inspector? Inspector Hildibrand? There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? This guy in the background just putting the hair tonic on. No, it's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. A challenge from me! At last the curtain rises. Very well, if I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. I, Hildibrand, Agents of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's incredible, so bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. He is exceptionally something. Core, Inspector Hildibrand, you look amazing! The guy got his air back. Hildibrand. This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue skies, rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade. With my, let's call it what it is, genius, I shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons, not wits? The bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. Okay, this is very charming. Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of... No, it's gone. Never mind. Okay, I could start this right now, but I've got to get to work in 6 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap things up here. I might be live tonight? Who knows? Alan still needs to wrap up A Realm Reborn. And if we do that tonight, I might stream us... no, not A Realm Reborn, Shadowbringers. God, he would be so far behind. So I might go live. We can get him through the last 2 dungeons and the Hades fight. And then we can do the twinning and the other one I unlocked. But yeah, let's see who else is live right now. Let's raid Vander. If you're on YouTube, it's twitch.tv/VanderForge. Raid message, you have found the missing persons. Thank you all for hanging out. And I will be seeing you all next time.